controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent.
Diddy, I met him a couple times. I definitely worked with him. But everything everybody said, I've been saying for years, bro. I've been saying it for years. Like, man, these boys are weird. You feel me? Like, you would go to a party with them, and you look around like, damn, like, a lot of guys kissing each other in here, man. You feel me? What y'all do is y'all business.
So you've been to a party and seen this?
Oh, I've seen it firsthand, multiple times.
Damn.
I seen Dwight Howard in a pink dress, bro.
What?
I seen Dwight Howard in a pink dress with two other ladies in dresses. They all the same height at a Diddy party. Oh. Ask about Dwight Howard in Mexico.
What is this list of names about?
J-Lo, A-Rod, Will Smith, Alicia Keys, Justin Bieber, Kevin Hart, Mark Wahlberg, Snoop, DJ Khaled, Swiss Beats, Kelly Rowland, Chris Brown, Malone, Sierra, Janelle Monáe. Yeah, that's my sis right there. Lizzo, Megan Thee Stallion, Naomi Campbell. That's your auntie. Dwayne Wade, Usher, Demi Lovato, Shaq and his whole family, Tracy Ellis Ross, Lil Uzi Vert, Sway Lee, Rick Ross, Julian Huff, Diplo, D-Nice, Drea, Burna Boy, the show's third singer, Nicole Scherzinger, Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls. Say Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls. That's right. Paris Gold, Cara Delevingne, Whitney Harlan, French Montana, and a bunch of big surprises.
Special agents from HSI executed search warrants at Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs' electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs, electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
KY stock going up.
Here are some of the items that we recovered during the searches. As you can see here, this is a drum magazine, large capacity, and it contains, I believe, 59 rounds. I mentioned as well that we recovered 3 AR-15s.
Man, I don't know. I know, check this out, on the up and up, the fuck, like he called, we should kick it on the telephone and after the made.
Right.
And the nigga be like, matter of fact, they sent me the girl pictures, like pictures of this girl, like, not the that y'all saw. Worse. worse.
Wow. Oh, you kidding me, yo?
Like penetration pictures and
Nah, come on, man. Come on, Phil.
all that. And I called the nigga. I said, yo, you with this girl? Like, you like her like that? And he was like, yeah, that's my girl. I'm like, all right, I'm going to send you something. You look at it, you call me back. I sent him the photos, the pictures and everything. And the nigga called back and was like, yo, thanks, man. Yo, I really appreciate that. Yo, where you get these shits from? And I said, like, because they know, like, if something crazy is going on, if they send it to me, I'll make sure it get out there. Like, as far as this video.com is concerned.
Yeah, yep.
And those other properties. So they sent it to me. But, I really kind of felt like those photographs was not happening because of Cassie. I felt like they was happening because of Puffy.
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshkash gooshmash. You gave me the ooshkash muaf. You know what I mean? You gave me the ooshkash muash. I love it, yo. I love it. You know what I'm talking about, Diddy?
Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Usher, how you been, man? I've been seeing you so long.
How much did we drink?
You trying to say something, Usher?
I'm trying to say something.
What do you want to say?
I don't know if I should, but I'm trying.
Well, we drank a little bit. You drank a lot.
Parties in the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. You be looking at all the goddamn rooms, and you fuck around and look in the wrong room and shit. Is that two niggas kissing? Is one of them niggas Professor Opie?
Just me and the lady. This is my scene. I'm used to this type of thing. Doing what I do best. Oh! Did the camera catch that? Cut the camera!
It truly is about the Benjamin, as we see. Oh, yes, he's glittering. It truly is about the Benjamin. Well, now, when we come back, we're going to talk more with Puffy, and if you want to hang out, more than welcome to stick around, my brother. All right? We'll be right back with more right after this.
So we coming to you live, Diddy late nights. Anything can happen. I'm just vibing. It's so wide.
And he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs. And that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair. On one occasion in March of 2016, that conduct was captured on video and later reported in the media. Specifically, Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a victim in a Los Angeles hotel when the victim was attempting to flee. As alleged, these assaults often resulted in injuries to the victims, which took days or weeks to heal.
Who would have thought that the man who once reigned supreme in the world of music, throwing the most glamorous parties attended by the biggest celebrities, would end up behind bars in a Brooklyn federal jail? Yep, we're talking about none other than Shawn Diddy Combs, who's now facing some of the most jaw-dropping charges we've ever seen for someone of his stature. Gone are the days of luxury mansions in South Florida and Los Angeles. This week, Diddy was arrested in New York City, and the charges? Racketeering, conspiracy, trafficking by force, fraud, coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. And the cherry on top? When he appeared before a federal judge, he pled not guilty, but seriously, the details of what's come out are enough to make your head spin. Remember when Diddy was the life of the party? He was the guy known for his over-the-top personality, the wild parties, and of course, those famous white parties, where every celeb worth mentioning showed up dressed to the nines. But it looks like beneath that fun-loving image, there's a darker side that's been bubbling under the surface for years. And now, it's all coming out. At the center of all these crazy accusations are what people are calling Diddy's freak-offs. And trust me, these aren't just regular after-parties. According to the feds, these were wild, organized sex performances that Diddy himself allegedly arranged and directed. Oh, and get this. He didn't just watch. He reportedly pleasured himself and recorded these performances. I mean, talk about a shocking turn of events. These freak-offs were first hinted at in a civil lawsuit filed by Cassie, Diddy's former girlfriend. If you remember, she filed that suit last year in November, but it was settled in just a day. Fast, right? Well, now we're learning that during their relationship, Diddy would ask Cassie for a freak-off, whenever he wanted one. And guess what? It was her job to arrange them, including finding and hiring male sex workers. It's like something out of a movie, but way more disturbing. Cassie's lawsuit even claims that Diddy demanded these freak-offs on a weekly basis, often taking place in high-end hotel suites. And here's where it gets even crazier. Diddy allegedly paid to have sex workers flown in from different cities, all while Cassie and his staff were the ones making the arrangements. Imagine being asked to organize something like that. Like, oh, by the way, I need a freak off this weekend. Get on it. But wait, it doesn't stop there. The federal indictment against Diddy revealed that when his homes were raided, agents reportedly found drugs and, brace yourselves, more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Yep, you heard that right. Apparently, baby oil was a key feature at these freak-offs. I don't even know where to begin with that detail. Cassie also claimed that Diddy's assistant played a big role in these events, often stocking the hotel rooms with baby oil and Astroglide. And if that wasn't wild enough, the lawsuit says that Diddy would supply his sex workers with tons of drugs. Ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, you name it, it was there. According to Cassie, she was so anxious about these freak-offs that she would sometimes get physically ill before they happened. But even in those moments, Diddy allegedly pressured her into going through with it. And if she refused, well, that's when the violence would come into play. Talk about living a nightmare. And Cassie isn't the only one speaking out. Another lawsuit, this one filed by Rodney Jones Jr. back in February, claims that Diddy had a sick habit of drugging party guests and forcing them into sex acts. Jones was once close to Diddy, part of his inner circle, but now he's spilling the tea, alleging that he was forced to solicit sex workers and even participate in these freak-offs himself, all for Diddy's twisted pleasure. But that's not all. Adria English, an adult film star, also filed a lawsuit against Diddy. In her case, she claims that he groomed her into sex trafficking over time. She says it all started when her boyfriend auditioned for a modeling gig at Diddy's fashion brand, Shawn. Allegedly, things went south fast when Diddy asked her boyfriend to perform sexual acts in exchange for the job. When he refused, Diddy's associate told him he could still get the gig, but only if Adria worked as a go-go dancer at Diddy's infamous white party in the Hamptons. From there, things spiraled. Adria alleges that during the party, she was forced to drink alcohol laced with drugs and participate in sex acts with other guests. If she refused, she says Diddy threatened to destroy her career and blacklist her and her boyfriend from the industry. It's a pattern we're seeing again and again. Coercion, manipulation, and threats, all behind the glamorous facade of Diddy's high society parties. And just when you thought this story couldn't get any darker, one of the most recent allegations comes from Cinda Richard, a member of Danity Kane, the girl group Diddy put together. In her lawsuit, Cinda claimed that at one of Diddy's after parties, she witnessed a horrifying scene. Girls passed out or so drugged they could barely move, while Diddy and his guests allegedly engaged in sexual acts with them. She claims Diddy even told his guests, "This is a buffet. Enjoy yourselves. This is how we party." What? According to the federal indictment, Diddy's alleged crimes stretch back years, and the evidence is piling up. Prosecutors say that he would control these women through drugs, forcing them to comply with his sexual desires for days on end. Some of the victims were reportedly so physically drained from the events that they needed IV fluids to recover. I mean, this is next-level depravity, right? When Diddy's attorney stood in court, he reportedly tried to argue that these acts weren't crimes, saying, "It's not sex trafficking if the participants wanted to be there." But based on everything we're hearing, that defense is looking pretty weak. After all, with this much testimony from people alleging coercion and violence, it's hard to believe this was all consensual. Despite the serious nature of the charges, Diddy's legal team is vowing to fight. After the judge denied bail, his attorney said they were disappointed, but would continue battling the charges. They're even appealing the judge's decision, hoping to get Diddy out on bail while they prepare for the trial ahead. But honestly, with the mountain of accusations and the federal indictment, things aren't looking good for him. And let's not forget, there are still other big names who may have been at these parties. While Diddy is the one facing the most heat right now, you have to wonder if other celebrities who were close to him are sweating behind the scenes. If some of them were present for these freak-offs or were part of the inner circle, their names could come out next. So what's next for Diddy? If convicted, he's facing a minimum of 15 years in federal prison, and that's just for the sex trafficking charges. Throw in the racketeering and everything else, and he could be locked away for life. The man who was once untouchable is now facing the very real possibility that his empire will come crumbling down. And let's be real, this story is far from over. With more lawsuits and details coming to light, this scandal is going to keep unfolding. What do you think? Will Diddy beat these charges, or is this the end of the road for him?